Alright, so in this video, I am going to list my top 5 favorite drummers. This will not be a very long video. I do have some CDs I brought just to show off. I like showing off the things that I own. What never doesn't. But yeah, these are my personal top 5 favorites. And so I would like to know what yours are down in the comments below, if you have any. I'd love to hear from everyone. But anyway, so without further ado, number 5 from actually it is my favorite band ever, who I am going to go see at the end of this month. He's no longer in the band. Their current drummer is pretty good. I've always been a fan of his. The guy that they had back in the 80s was pretty good. But you're not going to beat the original drummer. And he's one of my favorites. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Peter Criss from Kiss. And I think this album here, exemplifies everything that's great about him and about Kiss. His drumming on here, and this is live, and I know they did some touch-ups on it, of course. All live albums are like that. And this is the best Kiss live album ever. Probably not the best live album of all time, but I love it. Number 4, and I do not have any albums from this band, and this would be The Who, their drummer Keith Moon. He's number 4 here. I believe he was the inspiration for the Muppet Animal. And at least when I see Animal, I'm obviously thinking Keith Moon because he was a lot like him. Guy was a crazy drummer, great drummer. Who's Next is probably my favorite Who album, maybe second. I really enjoy his drumming on that. I think it's the best out of all of their albums. Number 3 from Queen, Roger Taylor, and this is of course a greatest hits album that came out a long time ago. My dad had this on cassette when I was a kid, and this was my introduction into Queen. And my dad, his favorite drummer is Roger Taylor, and I can understand why. The guy is just, he's amazing. Number 2, a guy that we lost not that long ago, a couple years ago, and I think a lot of people probably have him on their favorite list. And the guy was also a writer and wrote a lot of his band's music, and he was just he was great. He was not on their first album, but he debuted on their second album, Crust of Steel. Neil Peart from Rush. That is number 2. You can't get any better than that, really. But this next guy at number 1 is, to me, the best drummer of all time. And I'm talking about John Bonham from Led Zeppelin. This is just a greatest hits compilation that I own, but I do own a few other albums of theirs, especially my favorite, which is Physical Graffiti. But yes, so I just wanted to say what my 5 favorites were, show off some CDs, and there you go. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.